Sup, Taters? Sup, Taters? Ken Vandal here. Today's going to be an exciting episode. I'm going to be talking about my experience at the East Coast Slingshot Tournament 2025. Well, a little bit of it, not all of it. Just the stuff I can share. The rest of it's top secret professional slingshot stuff. Covert. But before we go any further, I want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for subscribing to the channel. I just recently reached a milestone with the channel, and I thank each and every one of you for getting me there.
I mean, I'm officially a pretty big deal now.
I'm just kidding. But seriously, when you get buck teeth, it's hard to talk sometimes. I once was a runway model for Bucktooth magazine. For real. But seriously, I want to thank each and every one of you for subscribing to the channel, watching my content, and just hanging out with me. Yep, this was my first year to attend the East Coast Slingshot Tournament, and it was well put together. I just want to send a special shout out to all the organizers. If you were involved with the East Coast Slingshot Tournament, you were awesome. An event like that doesn't just come together. It takes a lot of time, a lot of sweat, and maybe some cussing sometime. But a special shout out to all of you who made that event as special as it was. We're shooting here. It's sweating. It's going to be hard to shoot today with these glasses on because they keep falling off my face because I'm sweating. Y'all didn't think sweat can come through steel, did you? But it does. Alright. Now, having hosted events in the past, I know what it takes to put these things together. And there's a lot that goes into it, and oftentimes you're just stressed when it comes to personnel. That's why I decided this year prior to coming that I was going to bring my own line judge. That's right, I brought my own scorekeeper. This is Mike. He was my official scorekeeper throughout the entire event. He absolutely loved the event. In fact, he told me it was the best tournament he'd ever heard. Now, one of the awesome things about the trip is that I got to meet a lot of new people. In fact, I got to put a lot of taters with faces. And you know, I don't care what anybody says. The slingshot community is an awesome community. For real. I missed that. I just missed that. It was outstanding. I mean, I was so excited I actually wore underwear. For real. I'm not wearing none now. Now, my only critique about the whole tournament was that they had a lot of targets that moved. No, I just missed, but I missed very close, and that tater is hard to do. I'm gonna go for the white flipper. That one. Why couldn't I do this at the tournament? Now, the question I've been asked a lot is, how did you do? Well, it's like this. I came to win. But I was out there the first day shooting, just shooting at the range, talking to a bunch of people, and I happened to see Weston Crockett over shooting to my right. I saw the passion in him, and I saw that the urge. He was hungry for it. He wanted to win. So what I decided in that moment was that I was going to allow him to win this tournament. That's right. I decided I was just going to throw a couple shots to allow Weston to win.
Wow.
Because he was trying so hard. In fact, I was so generous this year that I gave up the first 25 plus positions this year. Just out of the kindness of my heart. I just wanted other people to feel like I feel every day. You know, like a champion. Guys, I'm 85% BS if you haven't figured that out yet. But in all seriousness, be serious. It's hard for me to be serious. Okay, I'm gonna be serious. But seriously, this year was not my best performance. I'll just be honest with you. I mean, it was nerves. Nerves got a hold of a lot of us. It got me, and it was unexpected. But nerves did get the best of me, especially at the knockdown. I was shooting against this guy. He knocked down 3 targets before I knocked down 1.
And I told him, you're getting on my nerves.
He then proceeded to beat me. But I was respectful and I shook his hand at the end. But what he didn't know is I went to the bathroom before I shot and I didn't wash my hands. Yep, that wasn't sweat you were feeling, Tater. So who really won? When I was just shooting at the range, it was no problem. But the moment I started competing, especially with people watching, dude, crowd anxiety set in. And it was rough, Tater. My first scoreboard event I did was the wood course, and I did it with a lot of the guys from RVA. Totally awesome guys. The very first target we got to was probably, this is 10 meters here. It was probably 10 to 12 meters, somewhere in there. And it was a flipping pig, about that big. A pig.
This big. I not only missed it the first time, I not only missed it the second time, I missed it the third time. Yeah.
Now, if that same shooting scenario was right here, that little pig was down there at 10 meters, I guarantee you I could hit it. In fact, I'd be willing to substantially wager that I can hit it more than once. But my nerves got the best of me so bad, I couldn't even hit the air around that target. But things did get better after I gave myself a little pep talk.
Stupid idiot. Stupid idiot. You shoot better than that. What the heck? Ah.
But I definitely didn't win any ribbons. But nerves not only got me, it got the best of a lot of us, especially those of us that this was the first time to ever come to the East Coast Slingshot Tournament. And when you go from shooting a range like this by yourself to shooting in front of a couple hundred people, well, that could be nerve-wracking. Well, until you get used to it. Now, I will say that it did get better, but it was a rough start. When nerves set in, a lot of times it's hard to shake. And I know exactly how that feels because when I get around a lot of people, I get crowd farts. I mean, and I can't shake it. No matter what I do, I cannot shake it. In fact, it's just like one perpetual crop dusting and often leads to chafing. But that's what's so awesome about anybody that places in a slingshot tournament is that not only have they mastered their skill, but they've also conquered the crowd. And that's an awesome feat. And that's why I want to stop and say congratulations to all the winners, especially Weston Crockett. I actually got to meet Weston. He's a super guy. He even gave me some tips on shooting full butterfly. I think he was just showing off. And I know it was nerves because right after the tournament, I walked out to the range, true story, and I crap you not, I was peeling wings off skeeters. It just goes to show that nerves can get a hold of us. So if you want to win a tournament, not only do you have to be a good shooter, but you gotta conquer the crowd. And that's the bigger challenge. Now, seeing all that transpired at the tournament, I think there are 2 things that I did right. 1, choosing a heavier frame. I think I made the right decision in going with the Axiom Pro versus the thermoplastic version. The added weight of the Axiom Pro helped tremendously with stability, especially when my nerves kicked in. Because anxiety will fuel your body's natural oscillation. That's if you put your hand out and you see it shake, that's your body's natural oscillation. And it's magnified with anxiety. But having that added weight served tremendously when the anxiety kicked in. And the second good choice I made was in the latex I chose. And that is none other than Simple Shot Premium Black. I shot .5 for the tournament. I cut 3 bands and I never had a breakage. And I only used 2. And that's because I banded up 2 different frames. I didn't have one issue with band breakage. Not only did I not have an issue with band breakage, but I found the Simple Shot Premium Black to be very predictable as always. So for me, those were 2 good choices that I made. Oh, let me show you this. While I was there, I got to pick up some cool things. This is an ammo pouch. This is made by Adam Cantrell. And look at this. Look at this magnet. Made by Adam also. Now, if you'd like to get one of these, he didn't ask me to do this, but I put all of Adam's information that I have in the description. These are awesome. And another awesome shooter that I met was Adam Haldren. And he gave me this. It's like a koala duck. It's a koala duck. The koala? If it were a swan, it'd be a lot easier. I'd call it koala swan. And in honor of Adam, today I'm going to shoot the koala swan at 15 meters.
What?
All right, we're at the 15-meter mark, and I'm going to attempt to shoot the koala swan. Yeah, let's see if I can do it. Let me get my lanyard on. All right. Can you see it? I didn't hit it. I didn't hit it. It hit below it. Let me go set it back up. All right, second attempt. 15 meters. Koala swan. There we go. Ooh, right below it again. Right. All right, let's try this again. Koala swan, 15 meters. Ooh! Smoked it. Well, Taters, I hope you enjoyed this short video today, and I hope you make plans to attend the next year's East Coast Slingshot Tournament 2026. If it's anything like this past year, it is going to be awesome. If you'd like to purchase any of the items in this video, just go down in the description. I've got links for everything. Tournaments are awesome, not only to sharpen your skill, but to meet some of the most awesome people you'll ever meet. To all those I met at the tournament, I hope our paths cross again. But until we meet again, be kind to each other, and get out there and bust some cans. We'll see you next time. Later, Tater.